Hi, this video will help you explore your module Blackboard space. What we're going to do is navigate our way through these high-level categories on the left-hand side on your main menu screen. What you'll find is that each module has the fundamental same elements, so it allows you to kind of get used to the Blackboard space and make it more efficient for you to navigate each module. So what we're going to do is start off with a welcome page. A welcome page kind of gives you the introduction to the module itself, so it gives you a brief overview of what you would be expecting within the module. This could be in written format or video format depending on how the lecturers approach this. Moving on to notifications. Notifications will give you the kind of overview of the particular module in regards to its activity levels. For example, what information has been newly posted within the Blackboard space, obviously what kind of reminders you require. So this is regarding to assignments or formative assessments. So if there's been pre-dates set on your formative assessments, you'll find your dates in here. Additional to this, you'll find your submission dates within this area as well. There is often another module here which is only populated or only appears when actions or alerts have been set. So if there's something important in regards to a change in regards to the timetable, an alert notification will appear here. In many cases it will also send a trigger to your email address which will give you that alert or that notification as well. So let's move down to module information. Module information, you'll find your key information about the module. You'll find a video assignment brief. So this is a video showing you about the particular assessment strategy for the module and giving the kind of more in-depth overview of what you'll be expecting within the assessment itself. Then you'll find your module handbook. This is your one-stop shop for all your information about the module itself. So obviously in regards to submission times, who is your module supervisor, etc. That will all be found within your module handbook. And finally, your module descriptor. This is kind of an overview of the module, very high level, so it gives you kind of things like your learning outcomes, your assessment strategy, recommended reading, etc. So it's kind of a more high level. Often than not, you'll find your module descriptor within your handbook. Moving down to module materials, depending on the strategy of the module and the delivery methods, you may find this may be ordered in a slightly different manner. So depending on the module itself, it will be ordered either into weeks, units, etc. But this will be fully explained as part of your course. What you will be finding is that they should be consistently throughout your course in regards to a standard structure. So if your first module kind of uses units, you'll find this should be consistent throughout. You'll see the approach taken in this module is based in 2 days. You'll see the days are split into AM and PM, and you'll see when you barrel down into the granulation, so if you sense click on the links, you'll find that you'll be able to navigate further into the different sessions. So this is day 1 PM and you'll see all the materials required for that session is there. You'll also have a nice breadcrumb trail. So this is this element here which allows you to drill back down further to the original point. So for example, if I want to go back to that view of the day 1, day 2 AM and PM, I can do it there. If I want to go back to the main module materials and see the links there. So as soon as you click into a folder, it will then add to the particular tree. So you can go back and forth along that tree depending on how deep you want to go into that particular information. So moving on, you'll see on this side here you've got reading list. You're quite lucky at the University of Central Lancashire. We have an electronic reading list which allows a single click, and it will take you your digital reading list and give you a list of all the books required for that particular module. As you can see, the majority of the books for this module are online. So what we can do is you can click on the particular online book. It will then forward me to the electronic resource, and then if required I can then obviously click on the book and access that particular ebook by a single click. If you're off campus, what it will do is it'll ask you to log in via Shivless. So if you click on the normal login procedure, if you haven't populated the information, you just put in your username and password and you'll see it will then navigate you to the relevant ebook online. If we go back, this is a similar process to looking at the more traditional books. If you click on the link, or click on this book here, what it will then do is show you where it is located in the library. So you'll see it's then updated our system. So the book is currently founded at Burnley. There are 6 copies all available and 5 copies in Preston. So it allows you to quite quickly find the books for your course and obviously find the relevant information in regards to how to navigate yourself to that book within the relevant library. So if we go back to the area, we'll go down one more time to communications. In communications, we have obviously various ways to kind of talk to you via Blackboard. In this case, we're using a virtual classroom. So this is a Adobe Connect virtual classroom. You may also have found discussion boards. So this is often where the lecturer will place discussion boards if they want to obviously discuss with you. You'll also find journal tools and other kind of blog element tools in regards to communication function. Moving down, we've got contacts. This is where you'll find all your information in regards to your module supervisors for that particular module. So you'll see this is the contact information for the two lecturers who deliver this particular module. You'll find their contact information here, and if applicable, there will be a picture for that particular lecturer. Moving down again into assessments, this is where you will find your online submission portals. So if you've got a written piece of work, you'll find a Turnitin area, and this is where you submit your work. It's very simple in regards to the submission process. If you click on the view/completion, it will then navigate you to the Blackboard submission portal. I'll talk you through the high-level elements. You've got the name of the assignment. So one of the key things you need to remember is making sure you submit the right piece of work to the right assignment portal. So sometimes if you have two pieces of work at the same time, it's an easy mistake to attach the wrong assignment to the wrong portal. So always just make sure you've got the right portal and you're going to attach the right piece of work. Next to it, you've got your rubric. So this is our marking grid. So if you click on that, you'll be able to see the very high-level categories of the assessment strategy. So what you'll see is the category data for what you need to do to achieve individual areas of development. So for example, if I wanted to have a look at what I need for analysis, you'll see there the various levels of what's required for each particular grade at that level. You've also got the key information in regards to the start date. So this is when the actual assignment was released. You've also got the due date. So that's the most important date. That's the day you'll actually need to submit your assignment. And then you've got your post date, and that's the date your feedback will be posted back to you. For submission, it's a very simple process. You click on submit. It'll then take you to the Turnitin submission page. You then name your assignment. If obviously, depending on the title, it's recommended you name it by your title. Then you click on choose from file type, so in a sense choose from your computer. You would then navigate to where you've stored it within your computer, or for example maybe on your USB. You would then click on the particular file and then click on upload. When that's completed, it will then ask you for a couple of steps. So it will ask you to make sure you've got the right file, and as we said, it's really important that you submit the right file for the right assessment. So when it gives you that facility to kind of view your assignment, make sure it's the right one for the assignment you're actually submitting for, and then you click submit. After around about, depending on the kind of busyness of the actual server, it could take up to 5 to maybe sometimes 6 hours to kind of process your similarity report. What we say to students is maximally give it 24 hours and then come back on the next day to see if the similarity report is there. What you'll get there is a similarity match. If you want more information of how to understand your similarity match and view this, go into the referencing guide and have a look at the first section of plagiarism, which will tell you about the different types of plagiarism and how it looks within that report and how you should identify if you have a plagiarism case. Your final point is this point here is your view. So when your assignment's been marked, you'll navigate back to this point on this particular post date. You would then click on view. That would allow you to have a look at the actual feedback given from your tutor and your particular grade for that assessment. If we just navigate back, the final area, depending on your assessment strategy, is My Grades. If you have like an MEQ, or if you've got a presentation, you may find your grades may be delivered by this particular method, but this will be notified by your tutor prior to commencing the assessment process. So that's the area in a whole. If you have any problems, please don't hesitate to contact your module supervisor, as they will be able to kind of clarify any of the points I've covered today. Thank you for listening.